What's up guys, Manny from Motomillion. In this video today I'm going to show you how to install your NRC Fender Eliminator Kit on your 2023 S1000RR or M1000RR. First you got to pop your rear cowl off or your rear seat panel off the bike. We have the seat off the bike, it doesn't need to be off, and I think it's only 3 bolts. It's the first time I'm doing this and it's going to be all plug and play. All your connections are all over here. Let me get this fender off and then I'll show you guys how to install the NRC piece on there. And if you can see, there's 2 bolts over here. BMW has made it really easy for you to remove your fender off these bikes, just because if you were to go on the track, you'd have to take your fenders off and your lights off. And this is pretty simple. And then all we got to do now is to take these connectors off. So the fender eliminator comes in 2 pieces. We got our license plate mount with the license plate light on it, and we got our brake light and our turn signals, which are integrated into this unit. On the previous models, we'd have to put it together and put it on the bike, but on this one, on the 23 and newer models, we're going to first install this and then we'll install a license plate bracket. What you do is fish your wires through, and then there's 2 tabs in place over here. We're going to put these tabs onto where the tabs of the stock fender was, and if you come look inside right here, this will hold the fender eliminator in place. Once you have your tabs in place, don't get too excited and put the bolts in. We made that mistake the first time. But grab your license plate bracket mounts and you should try to feed your cable. In this case, we're going to feed a plug through the center hole. And what I'm going to do is that I'm actually going to clip this into right here like this, where some of the stock wires were. This way, this will hold the license plate bracket right in place. Now we could grab our longer bolts and our spacers. It's crucial that you guys don't forget these spacers because you don't want to pinch any of these wires in place. Push your fender eliminator into place. And then grab your 3mm and just tighten it all the way. There we go. Now, this wire should be free just like this. And don't forget, be careful, there is a resistor in place. You really don't want to pinch that resistor between the fender eliminator and your tail of the bike. Once you have your main light unit tightened up, all you got to do is you got to grab your short bolts and fish this wire. Try not to get this part of the wire all bent, or you could hide your wire just like this and get your bolts on here. These bolts are 4mm bolts. It actually hides quite nicely. And I want to get up, before I tighten anything down, I want to grab all my plugs and plug them in. I believe this is the license plate light clip. This is the right turn signal. You can move these on your zip ties, you don't have to break them. Okay, before we tidy anything up, I'm going to power the bike up. That's really bright. And just a fact, this is the first time I actually put the ignition on this bike. So let's do the right turn signal, and it's working. Our left turn signal, that's working. Let's try 4 ways. That's working, and our brake lights, those are working too. And our license plate light is on as well. That's perfect. So now we could tidy up all these bolts, and NRC supplied some zip ties. Let's try to get this as neat and tidy as possible in here. Just going to try to zip tie most of these together like this as possible. And there's no right or wrong way of this. I usually never put anything in the trunk of the bikes anyways. But you want to try to make it as neat and tidy as possible, and then we'll just get this into here if that clips there. Now we're all set. We could put our tail cap back on the bike. Don't forget, I'm going to tighten these bolts down over here that I loosened. And that's it, guys. That's how easy it is to install your fender eliminator on your S1000RR or M1000RR for 2023 models and newer bikes that are out there now. If you like the video, please give it a thumbs up. If you have any questions or comments, leave them down below. Until next time, guys, have a great one.